but a Canadian who spins it up, rise ball.
Where she is from, population of 9,200. Two players now that we've seen from Canada, in this Odessa squad, British Columbia and Alberta, or Western Canada. Kurt's on it for our stats guy. 1-0 count.
Texas has Mia Scott, Bella Dayton with 2. Alyssa Popelka with themselves on base. A couple of them that earned some walks.
Leaders, your players that you can lean on offensively.
Even Lauren Burke, having the experience she had at Coach White at Oregon, Haley Dolcini came for that only chance, so she was going to do all she could. And so now you have some athletes that are going to have to step into those roles where we've been there once springtime hits. But I think for Texas, athletes that look and say, why not me?
Yeah.
You know, right now, obviously second base play against each other.
This one weakly on the ground to Ely at short. Official. Beginning of the spring season.
The rise ball first pitch against Popelka, knowing that she can do short game.
The year prior.
Coming to Austin.
How about for you as a
Brent? Obviously, the rivalry with OU will still be there since they're both moving together, but it's such a different look all the way around now. And going to the SEC, you eliminate quite a few.
You have so many great SEC teams that Texas will
Against Oklahoma State, Baylor, you know, programs that have.
We'll have to start talking Aggies, Longhorns, as conference foes once the reality, once the change is made.
Freshman who was on roster last year that's now up to bat, Ashton Maloney, redshirted last year after a knee injury, but another athlete that we'll see in the outfield. And when they were in tight games, say, no, we're not letting this slip away.
Program history. Ball players, saw a couple walking around wearing their uniforms for. This one stays within play and into the glove of Zapata for out. Texas in the circle. Sophia Simpson was the one that just pitched that.
Word right there.
But they, over the course of the season, but here you are, you passed the baton after that success to a group that.
Haley Dolcini and Bella Dayton. And you can't expect team chemistry. I don't think they were there yet, which is why they hit the wall that they hit in Florida. But
appearance for Jordan Whitaker.
The changes, and now some different athletes getting out. But Texas is going to really look for her to make the adjustment and just make the strides that Texas is going to look for her to do.
All athletic success out of the complete athletic department over the course.
Chips that Texas has won that are in abundant, and you have programs across the athletic department where, yes, I think you talk about the Texas glory days, and you know, so it's fun to see the whole athletic department starting to catch fire, and those programs in the history of their success, especially Garrett didn't recruit her, the former coach did, and so she opted to just be a student. Are starting to figure out, okay, how did he do it? We're going to try to do that as well. And hopefully Coach White.
Baseball tied for 7th. Men's tennis tied for 9th. Some good defense we have seen at short. Texas Longhorns. First pitch swung on. That ball nearly caught out in right field. Great effort, diving.
Hustle to get to second base.
Texas head coach Mike White will be joining us. Top half of next inning is Camille Corona. Out here, you guys are all in a text group, WhatsApp, whatever it may be,
from the first teams still that come to games and want to see it be successful. And obviously Coach Clark doing a great job of building this program from the ground up, and Coach White stage and even in the trenches when it gets hard. What about pitchers? Krista Williams, myself, Blair Luna. You had offensive threat. And I think there have been times where 1 through 9, Texas wasn't an offensive.
Softball post the success that they had, but a new era. Post Janae Jefferson, great job to glove that ball down. Yeah, I think for Coach Jackson, when he looks at Ely, Ibarra, Gomez, up the Coach White, who we will talk to, top of the 8th inning.
I think Haley talked about it, allowing these athletes to build why Texas? It's like at some point when you were younger, it became something about Texas or A&M, and if you didn't see Houston, plenty of them that compete well, but still, anytime you just have all eyes looking at who are you watching.
1-1 fouled back.
Towards the end of the year, Mackenzie Parker moved over to first base, was DHing sometimes, but I think Texas, someone else out of the lineup, might have hurt for a little bit. But then she caught fire and did just enough down there, and players get enough at bats. They start to adjust, and you get just enough out of them.
Whitaker puts a charge into this ball, and that's gone for. Nice to see. Put a charge into that ball. This ball on the ground to short, collecting Martinez. As the book goes out on you as a hitter, and.
Yeah, when scouting reports get out, if they know what you can or can't do with an off-speed pitch and out many opportunities to work out of her slump or get opportunities to see those pitches, to be able to talk about how she kind of wants to take a little bit of a lead.
And to watch is leadership for Texas, who the leadership voices are. Nice for the catch. Liking that, right? If you hear that, turn your head around. Martinez is
diving double play on.
So after
and since then, there have been 4, but they weren't. Texas has
chance to turn 2 here. Do get the lead runner in.
Has the ability to bunt, to turn a single into a double, to create havoc on the bases. So I think offensively, the one with the most weapons, in my opinion, is Mia.
It's easy to boil down. Well, on defense, you can look here in the circle, you can look here. At the plate, you can look here. And I think for Texas, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for a team